Welcome to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. I'm your host, Fabian motherfucking Ojeda, and I don't know shit, but that's okay. All right, let's get this shit started. Thank you everybody for listening to the Ignorance is Strength podcast. Hope you enjoyed episode number 26 with up-and-coming rapper Mo Unique. Hopefully with her rap career, her film career, good stuff comes of it. Wish her well. I also want to thank her for telling her story about overcoming the odds. We have a new guest today, and in her own way, she overcame the odds as well. She's a very health-conscious person, a business owner, and a Peruvian living the American dream. Welcome to the podcast, Tatiana Pacheco. How are you doing, Tatiana?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you, Fabian. I'm doing good. I cannot complain, even though with everything going on right now, I'm blessed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm good.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm glad to talk to you. I think it's been a while. It's been a long time, right?
Yes, years, I will say.
Yeah.
I don't know how many, but years.
I think that's one good thing about this podcast. All the people that I've known over the years I've gotten to connect with again. And, sometimes when you can't do anything social and get out there, bars and whatnot, it's good to even just do something like this. And I've had a lot of fun with it, and I know my guests have enjoyed it as well. So hopefully we get a little something out of it. But you've definitely been keeping super busy, right? With your business and everything?
Yes. I'm, like I said, I'm blessed because even though, COVID and then the fire that happened at our location, we're still able to continue with the business. Obviously not the same as before, but we are, we're blessed to have, customers, placing orders. They don't want us to take a break, and they're asking us when are we going to open. So really busy, cannot complain, and just moving forward.
Exactly, and it's better to be busy than not, right? I think you're the type of person who would rather be running 20 miles a day than sitting on the couch, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when you're not busy, you start thinking things that you're not supposed to think. We start thinking about negative, or we sometimes get sad. I rather be busy, get at home late and just say, let's lay down on my bed. I was like, okay, that's it, no more. I'd rather that,
Yeah.
And, I have 2 kids too. Yeah. And if it's not with the businesses, I'm busy doing something with them. So I keep myself really busy, and I have a schedule, like I wake up, I work out, I go to work, and then in the afternoon I'm with my kids. So there's always something to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way to go right now. So I'm glad that you agreed to come on the podcast. Right from the beginning, I think you're someone who I really wanted on, but just because I think you have a very good story to tell. Like, I think you definitely have an inspirational story to tell, to be honest. And I would ask you sooner, but I'm always like, nah, she's too busy. I'm like, let her do her thing. But I was like, sooner or later, I'm going to have Tatiana on. So, we made some time now, and let's tell your story, So quick rundown. We're going to let people know a little bit about you with your history and backstory. We're going to talk about some of your career ventures before starting out your business. We'll talk about the origins of your business and how you took it from a home-based business and let it rise to success. And then we'll talk about what's next. How does that sound?
Perfect.
All right. So first and foremost, I think everybody who meets you automatically knows, because you put it out there, you're from Peru. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I always like to say that. I guess I'm very proud of my, of being Peruvian. So I'm always telling, I'm from Peru. Like.
Everybody knows immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. No, because sometimes they assume that I'm from other countries, especially from Mexico, right? Because I speak Spanish. So there is something, and my accent too. Sometimes they like, I know you speak Spanish, but you're not from Mexico. So I like to clarify that I'm from Peru. I'm a very proud Peruvian. What can I say?
Good. And I've definitely learned a few Peruvian Spanish words over the years that I've known you. Right? I don't know if I should repeat any of those, but
those are very unique, very unique words, right? But yeah, well, I came here when I was 20. So I came already as an adult, and I'm now half Peruvian, half American because almost 20 years since I came here. I'm 40 now, so I love this country as I love Peru.
Yeah. What was growing up in Peru like? How was early life in Peru?
I'm the only girl in the family, right? So I was very spoiled by my parents, and I had a different dream when I was always very friendly. I always had a lot of friends. I went to 3 schools. I went to the university. I went to an academy before going to the university because over there in Peru, you have to take a test to go into the university, right? So I study a lot, but I was supposed to be like in the TV producer. I was supposed to be related with either that or theater at the theater. Like I love all that, the acting and that was my dream.
Right.
That was either a producer or to be doing some theater. So, but it didn't happen. I came here. Like I said, when I was 20. That totally changed my dream. I discovered new passion. Things that I wanted to do. I discovered that my biggest passion is to help people. Regardless, what I was working before, what I'm doing now, my passion is always the same. I love to help people. Right. That's something maybe that we have in common with you, Fabian. I know that you love to help too.
Always.
So yeah, that was back in the days. I was a young adult in Peru, just living my life. Didn't have to worry for anything until I came here.
You mentioned you came here at age 20. Why was that? What was the change? What did you expect to find in the U.S.?
Well, what happened is that I was in a personal situation that I had the need to leave for my country. Not necessarily because I need a better future. We can say most of the immigrants always come for better opportunities that this country has to offer. Right. My reason was a little different, was a little more personal. It was more for mental reasons, we can say. That's what I decided to come here. Okay.
And now, before we talk about your business, you didn't always have your own business, and just like anybody coming over, fresh, you have to start from somewhere, right? So what are some of like your early jobs that you had when you first came over here that, maybe, they didn't really work out, but maybe they taught you a little something?
Well, my first job was Jack in the Box. I was, and the only reason why I got it is because I was going to BCC, right, to take English classes. And one of my classmates told me, hey, go to that Jack in the Box in Pasadena because the manager is Peruvian. And he's going to hire you because he hires all the Peruvians. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, let me go then. So I went, he hired me. Obviously, my English wasn't good, right? I didn't know how to cook anything because I didn't have any background of, working for a restaurant. So the only thing that I was able to do was to clean. So that was my first job here. I was cleaning the restroom or cleaning the restaurant. That was my first job when I met my husband. So I worked for Jack in the Box for a few years. I will say probably like three or 4 years because they moved me right away to an assistant manager. Oh. So I was going to different locations. But at one point I was like, okay, it was good, but I want something little better, right? Not that it's wrong, but I was looking for something else. Right. So Fabian, I had so many jobs. Like, I did everything.
You were like a lunch lady and a parent liaison, right?
Yes. A lunch lady. I used to drive buses too, school buses, right? Target. I was a convalescent home, telemarketing, And then my last one, when I met you.
We met, when we were both AmeriCorps members. And that was, what a year, right? Putting in all those 1,700 hours, basically working for peanuts, right? But, it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work,
We worked a lot, and you know what? Now that I'm, sometimes I remember those days. It's like we didn't really have like an instruction. You know what I mean? Like, okay, today we're going to be doing this. We were looking for things to do. Actually, like we went to Lake. We went to this. What was the museum that we went?
In South El Monte, the Tank Museum.
Yeah, so we were looking for things we were looking for places to volunteer because we didn't really have
direction,
a place to work. Yeah, we didn't have direction. No one tell so it was crazy, but you know what? Those are, just more memories, you know, more things to add to your background.
And then you and I were at a very special school, and that was probably, while it was one of the most challenging years, it was probably one of the most rewarding too, because so many different stories came out of there, and, while some kids kind of, years later, unfortunately, I saw them on the news that they were murdered or something like that, the ones that we did get to make a difference for, I think, they benefited a lot from that, and it is always terrible to see the news and see a student they used to work with, and it's like, and I saw two of them on the news that we worked with, you know? And I know there were more, and it's just kind of crazy, but yeah, I have fond memories of that, but at the same time, I'm just like, damn, what a tiny little school, and all these stories that came out of it, No,
to be honest, I feel that school made a difference in my life too, because you ended up not only being there or listening to their stories, we were part of their story at one point. Yep. The parents started to see you as that person that they can communicate, the person that can talk to, the person that was there to help. So I remember a lot of parents that talked to me. I'm sure you remember too, the parents that talked to you, asking you for help. And that made a difference. I really understand why the kids act the way they act when they ended up in schools like that. Yep. Sometimes we just think, oh, that's a school for the bad kids. But why they are acting like that, So now I understand. Now I know how to treat a student like that too.
Right.
And I think it's when I finally discover, or, I was 100% sure that was my passion to help. When I was at that school, it's like, okay, now I know that my goal in life is to help people. And because that is cool, like, Jesus, I have the best memories. Unfortunately, the last one was really bad. Yeah. But I have the best memories, and the kids. And I still have contact with a couple students.
Nice. Yeah.
One of them actually was going to work with me. And
at your shop?
And then I'm sorry?
At your shop?
Yeah, he was going to work with me, yeah. And then I have a client that is a family member of one of the kids that passed away.
Okay.
And she's a very, she's a regular client. And, and she just remember, oh, I know you're the lady that used to work there, that my tia told me. So those are connections that are going to be there, that even though we are not, that school is not even there anymore. I believe they don't offer that program anymore. They don't, wow. That's Magnolia doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah. They cut the program. Jeez. So even though, we're part of this, the history from that school. Yeah. we worked there.
It was important, but I get it. Now, just to change the tone a little bit, I do remember, all of those things, but I also remember a little bit about you back in the day. When we went to lunch as a group, we went to lunch, and I remember you loved like delicious foods and everything. And at the same time, though, you were always trying to be very healthy. Like, I know you did your Zumba and whatnot, and you always carried around Herbalife products and everything, right? Talk about those times. Your health in general. What were you do you think you were doing things the right way back then, or not as much?
Look, this is what happened back then. I knew that I was overweight, right? I knew, not maybe like very overweight, but I wasn't healthy. I was trying. I was trying. I was very conscious of my weight, especially because I was having back problems. You remember that I used to take my Motrin all the time.
Yeah.
I have back problems, my knees, my headaches. So I knew that I wasn't healthy. I was trying and trying and trying.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was buying supplements, and that's why I was like with my exercise, but I wasn't giving 100%. Mm-hmm. What happened is I was maybe watching when I was eating, for, I don't know, 4 days out of the week, and the other 3 I was eating the calories for the month, right? So I discovered that it didn't work like that, that I had to make a change. Uh-huh. But yeah, I love to eat. I love food. Like that's something that I'm always telling my customers, I don't have this shop to tell you to stop eating and drink juices. I have this shop because I want you to know that eating healthy doesn't mean that you have to stop eating or to eat nasty, We just need to be, and watch your calories basically, just instead of the whole weekend non-stop eating, maybe just one day go all crazy, and then the rest of the week, watch what you're eating.
Yeah. I'll put you on the spot right now. Did Herbalife work at all or not?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you. This is what happened with those supplements, is that the moment that you stop taking them, you gain everything back.
So you have to always be on them.
Exactly. Plus, it's just like a surgery for me. For those that go out and get a surgery, they're not mentally ready. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're putting everything to a surgery or to supplements. The day that they don't have those, they're back to normal because mentally they didn't transform it yet.
Right.
So those supplements, they did work. Unfortunately, they had to remove my gallbladder, and I'm pretty sure it was because of those.
Wow.
After I heard that the one of the product was making people have stones. So I'm pretty sure that happened to me because I didn't change anything on my diet, just that the Herbalife. So they do, but if you don't mentally change, it doesn't matter what you're taking.
Mm-hmm. Now, a few years after doing AmeriCorps and working the after school programs and everything, or a couple years after, you decided to just do your own thing. And I remember, that's when you started your juicing business at home, basically, right?
Yes.
And it just kept growing from there. But talk about the earliest days of your juicing business. I mean, any struggles or any little successes from the beginning?
Look, at the beginning, I actually started with the meals. I was cooking meals and delivery. That was how the business was started, right? And I like it. People were placing the orders. The thing with food is that they were getting really picky. Yeah. And I'm sure now that you had your barbecue thing. I like my meat this way and my potatoes this. So I was like, wait a minute, I'm not spending a lot of time trying to please everyone. And time means money, right? So I was like, I'm spending a lot of time. I'm not getting the same amount of money. I'm losing money. I'm not gaining money. So it's when I decided to change to the juices. And the juices, at the beginning, obviously, I didn't have a lot of orders. That's why I was looking also for a part-time job.
Right.
Because the business itself wasn't giving me, the income that I needed. So it wasn't bad because I always had orders in the beginning. Like I never had a weekend when I didn't have any orders. I always had orders. I was just being very patient. I just started with $100 that my brother gave me and a juicer that my mom lent me.
Wow.
So, it is possible. You have to be patient. And obviously I had the support of my husband. He was still working full time. Right. So I was, I was lucky that still one check was coming, right? I wasn't by myself. So, it wasn't easy, but it is possible.
Yeah. How did it start to grow? Like what were the next steps after, the early life of the business? How did you start to get the word out there?
Social media, definitely. Social media helped me a lot. I always say, my business, it grew because of Instagram, basically more than Facebook.
Wow.
But what I did, I will say, starting like 4 years ago, I just started to go to every single event. Okay, networking event. You know, some of them were free, some of them I had to pay like $20, but I was there. You know, I was sometimes by myself, sometimes with a friend. But those, you know, when they start seeing your face and it's like, okay, I see this lady last week, now she's here. Maybe she's going to be next week in the other event. So let me talk to her. Why she's here? What, you know, what's her business?
Right.
So that's basically what I did 4 years ago. You know, I was going to events weekly. You know, every week I had 1 or 2 events. Some of them I sponsor with some samples. Okay. Some of them, you know, I raffle, you know, like juices. So just being there, you know, and talk to people. Talk. You know, don't, you know, there is not, there is no right or wrong answer when you talk to someone. You know, you're just going to talk, you're going to meet a person, you have your business card ready, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
So like all attention is basically good attention at that point.
Yep.
Now, I feel like you're constantly growing. Every time I see you online, it seems like you're doing something new to boost your business, you know? You've appeared on like different TV shows and everything. Talk about that. How did you get to that point? How did you first, you know, get approached to be like on all the Spanish networks?
Well, the first one, it was because a person that I met at the gym, you know, she works for Telemundo and she knew about my business and she gave me that opportunity. Right. And from them, I think, Fabian, to be honest, is that I'm not afraid to talk to people about my baby that is Andrea's Healthy Kitchen. Yep. Right. Yep. I talk a lot. You know, and when I'm out of the market, I'm talking, and if I see someone, I don't lose a chance to, you know, to talk about my product. So that's how my now friend from Telemundo knew about Andrea's Healthy Kitchen, because I was going to the gym wearing my Andrea's Healthy Kitchen hat or t-shirt. You know, always I was the walking advertise, right? I was always promoting, talking about it, and not being afraid of doing something. The second time that I was on TV for Univision, I applied for a program that they offer, that it was called Posible LA. So that I knew what I was applying for a little bit, I just did it. I was like, I'm just gonna apply. Whatever it happened, it happened. Try, just go for it. And I didn't even ask for, you know, someone to help me or nothing. I just did. I was like, I hope I did it right. They called me. I was one of, I think, 100 businesses applied for this program, and at the end, only 10 were selected. Wow! And we were one of them. You know, I had to pitch for the first time. I didn't know what a pitch means. You know, and I had to pitch about my product. I ended up crying because I was so nervous. I was on myself. So those are just, you know, I'm learning at the same time that I'm growing, and I'm still learning. And I'm sure that I have a lot of things to learn, you know, if I want to keep growing Andrea's Healthy Kitchen. But I'm learning with the process, you know, and I think that's what you're saying, that you always see something new, because I'm always thinking about, okay, what I'm going to do next. Right. You know, I have a lot of short term goals. And long-term goals, you know, but within my product, for example, I have my goals every week, how many juices I want to sell every week. And that's my goal. Sometimes I'm not even close to my goal. And my husband that works with me now, he's like, so should I order more fruit or no? And I was like, order for my goal. He's like, but we're not even close. I don't know how, but we're going to make it.
Willpower.
You know, and it's just like that, you know. I think, I'm always thinking, what else can I do in order for us to keep growing?
Now, you talk about keep going, and I think recently y'all suffered a little bit of a setback, right? With your building burning down, right?
Yeah.
And then, but what I noticed in that situation, I think the the city of Almani had your back, right?
Yes, definitely. One of the second saddest moment in my life. The first one was when my dad passed away, and the second was this fire. It was just more than sad. I don't even know which word should be good for that. To see the business that you put all your money, because we literally put all our savings there. We didn't want to open a business getting a loan because so we invest everything that we had. To see that in front of you burning, it was really, really sad, shock. It's still moments that I remember from that day. I guess my brain is just blocking that. But yeah, it was really sad, Fabian. Is no words for that. But the way that the community responded, it was just out of this world. It was amazing. Like, I never expected people to give us so much support. Our clients, followers, because some of them never went to the shop, but they were following us. So our followers, clients, family members, friends, the city was like, wow. Like, I knew that a couple people from the city will go and buy our product, but I didn't know that they were so involved with us,
Yeah.
Like, they were like going like more, like, I didn't know how much they were consuming our product. So right away, less than 24 hours, because the fire happened on a Thursday at 8 p.m. Next day, city manager was calling me 9 a.m. I don't even know how she got my phone number, my personal, because she called me even to my personal, to the business. And she told me, Tatiana, don't worry about it. We're going to support you. We already have a location for you. Wow. And I was like, what? And she's like, and we're going to be here for you, whatever you need. And we don't want you to leave El Monte. We want you to stay here.
Damn.
So for me, that was like, wow. Within hours, they opened a GoFund account. Within hours, we had an interview from another lady from Univision. So, it was just blessings and blessings coming after that fire. So we ended up, one business that is in El Monte offers their kitchen. Meanwhile, we have the other location that is also in El Monte. So that nearly the community from El Monte support us right away, and let us know that we can count with them.
Yeah, that's really cool to see. I mean, that they've sort of, embraced you as part of the city, Yes,
it's, the building or the shop is going to be at the building next to City Hall, next to police department, across the street from the core.
That's going to be your permanent location.
Yes, my permanent location is going to be on Valley and Johnson.
Nice. Okay, that's a really good location to have.
Yes, it's behind the school district, the El Monte High School. So it's like we're gonna be surrounded for so many people. A lot of more traffic than before. More food. So we're happy. And the owner of the building is just being so nice to us. He's helping us with everything that we need in order to open. And hopefully soon we can start building inside.
Oh, we hope to see that quickly. Now, aside from juicing, I know personally you also really got into fitness, right? You made like a big physical transformation. Started going to the gym a lot more. Talk about that a little bit. And did it have to do with your juicing as well?
Well, yeah, it has to. Okay, so remember what I said that, from back then I was already like, drinking my shakes, taking my pills. But it's not until maybe like a year after I started the business that I was like, okay, I'm not really, putting all this effort, because I was going to the gym, but I was like, well, I'm not losing weight, So it's when I met my coach now, comadre, and she kind of, you know, pushed me to do better. So she started a challenge, a weight loss challenge, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And that's another reason why I think we have so many people that believe in our products, is because since the beginning they saw my transformation. Right. You know, I just started the business being over 200 pounds, right? Going to my lowest, that was 145, right? To right now that I'm 169, but I built a lot of muscle compared to before. Right. So, those are my witnesses right there, all the transformation. I decided one day I didn't drink alcohol for a year. Okay, that was maybe one of my biggest things. You know, my eating is not that it was really bad. It was my snacks while drinking.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if you remember, we used to go to a lot of TGI Fridays for happy hours.
Something like that, yeah.
So, they all knew me there because I was there every weekend. So I used to drink a lot. I think a lot of people know this, that I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I always blame Magnolia for that. But, I used to drink a lot of alcohol, you know, at one point that I need to wait for a party or something. I was just watching TV, drinking a beer. So I was drinking a lot of alcohol, and when I decided to stop for a year, you know, and totally change my eating habits, is when, you know, when that made that difference. When I said I stopped, I was like, okay, no more. And I just recently posted something about it. You know, for me, it's either you do it or not. You know, it's either black or white. Yeah. There is not in between. So I applied the same thing when it was to my health. You know, I said, okay, that's it. I was showing up to parties with my lunch bag. They were laughing at me, you know, because they were eating. I remember this party that I went, they were having birria and a taquero, and I was there with my green beans and ground turkey. So it was fine, you know. At the end, it was a win-win for me. I didn't care that much. They were laughing, you know, but who's going to be happy at the end? Who's gonna be laughing at the end? Exactly. No, I mean, you gotta go all the way, right? Yeah, it has to be like that. You know, I don't believe on baby steps. You know, when it comes to a goal that you have. You know, I don't believe like, I'm just gonna stop eating, instead of 2 tortillas, just 1. I was like, no, dude, like, if you know that you're not supposed to, just don't eat them. Right. You know, find something else. So that's how I think. You know, it's either you do it or not. And that's what I did back then that really helped me. Not only physically, mentally. That's what I was telling you earlier. You know, you have to be mentally strong. Right. Because if not, you're going to drop 10 pounds and then next month you're going to gain 15. Yeah, exactly. It is a lifestyle. Yeah, it has to be. You said you can't baby step it. It has to be giant leaps. Especially right here, you have to be mentally strong. If you're not mentally strong, if your mind is, you know, is not as strong, like, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to do only temporary things. And the whole point when you change your lifestyle is to be permanent. Now, you know about, like, okay, maybe I will have a drink this week, but now you know that you had that drink, so you have to burn that drink, you know, like, you have to burn it up. So it's just a way of thinking, to be honest, that it has to change in order for me to, I feel like that physically, mentally, and with my business, you know. So yeah, you have to have very strong mind. So you apply it everywhere. I was gonna ask, are you still in the middle of that contest to get a grant? No, that contest ends last Friday. Last Friday, and they supposed to announce the winner either later this week or early next week. Let's see what happened. I know that we have a lot of people that nominate Andrea to get. I think you probably got the most nominations. I saw a lot of with the hashtags. I saw a lot of yours. Yeah, so let's see. I know I put a little pressure. What was it called? Like the Jefas, something or other? Yeah, so it was fun jefas, fun food jefas. So basically, it was to help the Latinas in the food industry. You know, because like I said, we were blessed that we were able to continue working because our restaurant juice bar was never, the intention wasn't to have people, serving. It was more the grab and go.
Yeah.
So for us, we were open because we were considered essential business.
Yep.
So, it did affect at the beginning of COVID because people didn't want to get out of their houses.
Right.
So it did affect like the third week at the beginning, we were not having people at all. Mm-hmm. They were not coming, period. It was really bad. Like you're like, okay, like today I didn't even make it to pay, the gas from here. Like, so it was scary. At one point I think, well, maybe it's better to shut down because I'm buying stuff I'm throwing away because I'm not selling. But, after that, I will say the third week, people start getting more conscious about how, they were not able to cure or, immune to the virus, but at least how to be in a better position, being healthy, If your immune system was good, it was more difficult for you to get that virus compared to other people. So I think people start being more conscious about it and we start getting customers, for the turmeric, for the ginger, for the green juices. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like, okay, helping us because we were already thinking about, okay, well, what is going to be the next, strategy to bring those sales again. And it's when the fire happened.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So, that was the sad part. Like I said, we were blessed to continue, able to continue to work. We don't make obviously the same sales as, last year during this time, but, and at least we're able to continue working.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good thing. There's still a lot of life left in it. Now, I know juicing has been around for a while. You've already seen a lot of success with it. I think, though, a lot of people, myself included, have never tried juicing. And, I did a social media poll. What % of people do you think said that they have tried a cleanse?
Right now, probably a little higher than before. But especially guys, you guys don't believe in that, man.
I think,
but as a female, I think at least once in their life they detox. Mm-hmm. Guy, I'm not sure. And you guys you guys are so lucky. I usually have couples, having to pick up their orders, mm-hmm. and the wife is so excited about it, and the husband is like, "Well, I'm just doing it because she wants to do it." Uh-huh. And then usually the guys ended up losing way more weight than the wife. Yeah. And it's because you guys' metabolism is faster than us.
Oh, okay.
So, compared to us, you guys easily drop 10, 14 pounds doing a cleanse, when the poor wife probably lost only like 5 pounds. Right? So, but I highly recommend you, Fabian. Just do it just to try.
That's what I was going to say.
It's not difficult.
I think I think I'm going to give it a shot. That's something that, and I'll just say it right now, like, I'm not going to blame the whole COVID thing, but I have not been active. I've been lazy. I've been sitting on my butt on the computer all day, working from home. I feel horrible. I feel like crap. Like, I think it's time to kind of kick it into gear and try something, to get myself boosted again mentally right, So now's the perfect time. So I think that's something that I definitely should try. And then, we'll talk about that, but I'll give you the % real quick. So, of the people that I polled for social media, how many have tried a juice cleanse? It was only 35% that said they have tried it. So there's still a whole big audience of people, that still need targeting, that still can be recruited, right? So kind of like sell us on it. Why juice? What are the benefits? I know you mentioned weight loss and everything like that, but why is this something we should try?
Okay, so let me ask you something. Usually how many times we supposed to go to get to the dentist to do like a cleaning?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I haven't been since I was 7 years old.
We're supposed to go every 6 months.
Okay.
We're supposed to go. I include myself because sometimes I don't go every 6 months. Especially right now that I just lost my insurance. But anyways, we're supposed to go every 6 months, right, to the dentist for that cleaning. Okay, imagine how many times we're supposed to be, doing a cleanse because we're constantly eating, right? Mm-hmm. And even people that eat clean, what happened is that we're so used to be eating processed food. Mm. Okay, all the processed food has sodium, right? Preservatives. Mm-hmm. That if we accumulate that inside, it's not gonna help us with our the digestive system. Mm-hmm. We start having headaches out of nowhere. Okay, we start breaking out, and we're like, well, but I'm not eating bad, mm-hmm. but you're eating processed food. Right. And processed food is not good for you. But you're eating red meat. I'm sorry, I know you like red meat. But a red meat, unfortunately, is not the healthiest for us because we're accumulating toxins in our bodies, mm-hmm. So why we need to do it? We need to do it not only to lose weight. Those are the bonus points where you're doing a detox. Mm-hmm. You have to do it to feel better. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel less bloated because you're going to get rid of the toxins out of your body. Mm-hmm. You're going to eliminate water out of your body. We're constantly retaining water mm-hmm. because everything has sodium. I tell my customers, we drink coffee. I always say that we drink coffee, right, every day. Sometimes it's only 2 ounces of coffee and the rest is pure cream and sugar. Right. That cream has sodium. So we're starting our day not only with caffeine, but also with sodium. That's just the beginning with 1 cup in the morning. So imagine all that every single day of your life. That's why you need to do a cleanse, to clean your body naturally. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be running to a restroom for number 2 because that's the most popular question that I have, You are most likely going to pee a lot. Okay. I guarantee you that 100%. Okay. People think that when they know that they were consuming a lot of junk food, they think that diarrhea will happen. No, mm-hmm. that won't happen to you. You're going to vomit. That's normal too. Mm-hmm. When you're doing a cleanse, really? And you were like with really, really bad habits and drinking a lot of alcohol, when you start a cleanse, you're going to vomit. That's normal. Okay. It is easier for your body to send it up, to send it down. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. You will go for number 2 a lot when your system is actually clean. Okay. Because it's like you drink and goes down. Oh. Right? But if you're stuck right here, your body is not, the juices are not like magic. You're gonna vomit. People sometimes experience rash because we eliminate toxins through our pores mm-hmm. when you're sweating. So you can get a rash. That means that, oh, heck yeah, you were very intoxicated. Yeah. So that's what we needed. We need it at least once a month to clean our system. Mm. Because even though we're consuming healthy stuff, but you're consuming pre-packaged, mm-hmm. all of that have preservatives and has sodium that is not going to help you. Mm-hmm. So that's why we need once a month. Is good for you. It doesn't need to be to lose weight. Like I said, losing weight are the bonus points where you're doing a cleanse. Mm-hmm. If you do it for a long term, you start seeing your hair, your skin, you have way more energy. Mm-hmm. You feel less bloated. You're going to sleep like a baby. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, there's so many benefits and just, I have a client that told me once, Tatiana, what are you putting on the juices? Because I'm sleeping more than ever. Why the last one is called Sweet Dreams? Yeah. Because literally when you're releasing those toxins, your body's finally taking a break. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, now I can rest. Okay. That makes sense. So, it has, so many, benefits, not only to lose weight. You're going to feel good, and it's kind of addicted because when you feel good, you want more of the same, right? Exactly. So that's why I have a lot of long-term, customers. Well, that's a good plug right there for all of that. And I think afterwards, we'll set something up. I do want to try it. I've known you for so many years and I haven't tried it. Now's the time I got to try it. And you're in that list of few Team Together that didn't try my juices because I have a lot of Team Together customers. Uh oh.
Well, then I'm going to give it a try this time around for sure. Now,
Okay.
Last couple things here. So, like I mentioned before, you're always achieving something new with your business, and like I mentioned at the top of the show, I really think that that's like a showcase of living the American dream, and I truly believe that. I think you gave up one life and built another one here. Do you think that that's viewed mostly positively, or there's still a lot of people that are kind of out there that are haters when they see, people who come from like an immigrant background, right? They take it negatively or more so positively these days. What do you think?
Both, maybe, Fabian. I do know that I have a bunch of haters. I know that.
You always have, right? You always have.
Always, I guess my personality doesn't help. I'm very straightforward. I'm very, raw. I don't cover things. If I'm gonna say things the way I think they should be. But like I said, I probably have a lot of people that they don't like how we have a better life now. And just like you mentioned, I started a totally new life here,
Mm-hmm.
like it's another Tatiana, totally a new person here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not common to see an immigrant, that came, by herself with literally nothing, right? To now, I'm maybe not super rich right now, but one day I will be. But but I can proudly say that I did it, together with my husband. We both, because I met my husband when he was 17.
Wow.
So literally we built our lives together. And we're, I have a hashtag that I put sometimes that is building my empire, because that's what I want, and some people they're gonna feel like inspired, like, like I motivate them, that they can do it too, because I'm normal. I'm just like you, like my neighbor, we all the same, it's just how bad you want it. So people's gonna they're gonna support me, and others they don't. And I'm okay with that. Those are my biggest fans, because they're always checking what I'm doing without giving a like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do. And you just, I'm sorry. I just remembered now that you're saying, I do have one that I don't know his name. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a girl or boy, actually. Mm-hmm. But right after the accident happened, he commented on my picture saying to stop asking for money, because I was just looking for more money to buy another Mercedes or to buy a house. And I was like, hey, really, dude? Like, how do you know my insurance is gonna cover or not gonna cover me? Uh-huh. So he was just mentioning all, like, episodes of my life. Uh-huh. He or she, I don't know. I was like, dude, you're a long-term hater, because you've been following me for a long time, and finally you're saying something. But yeah, he was saying that I was this, I was that, whatever. But anyways, I do have haters, but I have more people that support Andrea's Healthy Kitchen and that support Tatiana's dream.
Good. So what would you say then to, somebody who's starting off, especially who's like a brand new immigrant business owner trying to make it out here, especially in this political climate that we're in now?
First, like I mentioned to you, go to events, do your homework before going to an event. That's my trick right there. I always Google, okay, I'm going to this event, this person is going to be, there. Okay, let me do my research. So do your homework before going to an event. Talk to people. Don't be afraid of asking for, ask questions, right? Mm-hmm. And something that I say Latinos, because I don't know other races, but I know sometimes we feel like we know everything and we're not supposed to ask for help. Uh-huh. That's wrong.
Right.
We don't know everything, and we need to ask for help or delegate people if you don't know something. That is something that I learned with the process and setting for myself, because at the beginning it's like, Andrea's Healthy Kitchen is my baby. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna do it. And it took me a while to say no. They can do it too. They can help me too. And that's how now we have we have a business partner, because I'm letting this person teach me what I don't know, how to get a corporate. I have no idea, but she knows how to get a corporate, So she's going to help me get there, right? So that will be my my advice. Don't be afraid. Talk to people. Go to events. Always have your business card ready. Always have your business card with you, and just have your short-term and long-term goals. Because if you're having a business without a goal, it's not gonna work. If you don't have a business plan, that's fine. Maybe because maybe you don't even know what is a business plan. But if you already have an idea what you want by this date, okay, work for that. Look, check online for non-profit organizations that help you for free. I have a lot of help from an organization that is called SBDC, and they helped me. Even when I was buying the first business. They provide me a lawyer for free, an attorney.
Wow!
Like nowadays, who is gonna give you a free session?
That's a lot of money.
Yes. So just do your research, talk to people, and hang out with people that is going to help.
Right.
Okay. Like you have your friends that you grew up, or that you I don't know, your neighbors, but okay, that's good that you have those friends, but then look for other friends that are gonna help you reach that goal that you want to.
I see. All right.
Yep.
So, you've talked about short-term and long-term goals, right? So, what's next? What's next for Andrea's Healthy Kitchen?
Well, Andrea's Healthy Kitchen hopefully will open this year, reopen City of El Monte, and our goal. And you're the first one that is going to know this. Okay.
All right. Got the scoop. Let's get the scoop here.
Right? We're gonna open at least another 3 stores next year.
Wow. That's good to hear. That much demand. Yeah. That's good.
Well, they want us. They want us in San Fernando Valley. They want us in Orange County. They want us on Ontario, Rancho Cucamonga, the Island Empire. So we need to go to those counties. We need to represent. So that's the goal. If that's the goal for next year. Is to have another 3 stores.
Truly the Detox Queen, right?
Yeah, I know. It's I know, but this Detox Queen has a lot of help now. So we're a team. We're a team. I have people that help me now. I have employees. I have my husband working full time with me. He's the one that all the logistics. He's the one.
Okay.
I'm just the face. I'm just the one that talks. I'm just the one that sells. But he's the one that has to make sure that I have the bottles, I have my labels, I have my bags, I have the products. All the logistics, that's him. And then I have my business partner that is the one with the marketing, not the one that I, like I mentioned to you, is the one that is looking for those corporates to connect with Andrea's Healthy Kitchen. So now we're a team that we're working together. Three brains, thinking how to make this possible. And we have a lot of support, including you right now. This interview is a support from Andrea's Healthy Kitchen too. So thank you.
I think a lot of people that listen to the podcast have at least heard or tried or followed, Andrea's Healthy Kitchen. So I'm hoping if they follow and they haven't tried it yet, they give it a shot too. Cause they join me and give it a shot. For sure. Before we close out, anything else you want to mention or talk about? Or any shout-outs or plugs? You want to put your social media out there?
Yeah, so they can follow Andrea's Healthy Kitchen on Instagram at Andrea's Healthy Kitchen altogether. Facebook, the same thing, Andrea's Healthy Kitchen. Our website is andreashealthykitchen.com. Very simple. And then nothing. Our store should be opening soon. So if you don't follow us, go follow us on social media because I'm always posting what I'm doing, or not only me, but what is Andrea's Healthy Kitchen doing? What is next? Sometimes I have giveaways. Most likely November, December, I have a lot of giveaways because, it's the months for us to give back to our community. So stay tuned for that. Nothing else I think that I need to remember about Instagram, Facebook, and website. I think that's it. But thank you, Fabian, for this interview. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I can call you my friend. This is one of the best things that it happened, during Team Together AmeriCorps. And nothing. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to try the juices. Okay, so let me know.
All right, last thing before I close out. Every episode, I like to ask my guests about the next episode. Right, next one's kind of interesting. I'm going to be talking with a friend about astrology. Like Libra and all that. And do you believe in astrology and all that, like Walter Mercado stuff, or not so much?
I do, but not like some people. Like right now, look, I'm wearing this. It's like I don't know what stone is this one, but it's supposed to be like to protect me, whatever, from my haters. So I do believe that. If someone is really wishing you really something really bad and their energy is really strong, that may happen to you. I do believe on energy, okay? I do believe on that. But I don't try to focus on the negative, Like a couple people told me that they saw that they're doing a job on me to, like, I don't know, to for bad things to happen to me. Not to the business, directly to me. So I was like, okay, whatever. I try to block that, and I'm trying to be stronger than that person that is wishing me all this bad stuff, and I just stay positive. So I do believe, but I don't believe at the point that I'm like, oh my God, let me go do a limpia, get a shaman to clean me. Like I'm not. I believe more in my energy, on my positive energy.
I see.
So I think it's a really good topic, though.
Yeah.
Because some people really, pay attention to that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to learn a lot because, me, I don't take anything like that too seriously. I'm just like, whatever. But, a lot of people really believe in it. And I think my guest for next week will explain it well. And hopefully I'll learn a little bit about some of that brujeria over there.
Well, some things make sense. Well, if not, ask whoever wrote The Simpsons, everything that they...
That's true, yeah.
That will be very interesting to listen.
All right, well, thank you again. Like I always tell people, if you ever want to be on the podcast again for whatever topic you want, you're always welcome. But I appreciate it. I hope people will give your juices a chance. And after we get off of this one, I'm gonna find out how I can order so we can get that started. But everybody listening at home, appreciate it. Thank you. Fuck you and good night. Subscribe to the Ignorance is Strength podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Like, follow, and share on Facebook and Instagram at Ignorance is Strength Podcast and on Twitter at The Ignorance Pod.